Hey there, Pete. Hope you're having a great day today. That's your video lesson. Two things I want to talk about. I'll go down the list, and as usual, if you have questions at the end or want me to look at anything, or want me to take a look at any of your playing, anything like that, feel free to shoot a message on over, and I'll be more than happy to give my opinion. Cool, let's get to it. So the first thing is expanding what we've done so far with E minor pentatonic. That's that box right here, the 0, 3, 0, 2, 0, 2, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 3, right, that pentatonic scale. And what we're going to do to it is, I'm a big fan of taking what you already know and adding like another little thing to it, another concept to it, another perspective, and then turning it into something else that is useful and new. So this is no different. What we're going to do to this one is we're going to take that E minor pentatonic, and this works for any minor pentatonic across the fretboard, no matter which of the 5 boxes. It's applicable to all of them. What we're going to do is we're going to take the E minor pentatonic and we're going to add another note to it. So we're going to take it from a pentatonic scale, pent meaning 5, right? And we're going to turn it into a hexatonic scale, which is a 6-note scale. And what we're going to do is we're going to add what's called the flat 5. But we'll talk more about that in person. That's a back and forth kind of conversation to have. But what we're doing is we're adding the flat 5 or a B flat to the scale. If you want to think of it this way, you have E. If you take the musical alphabet, no sharps or flats, we'll just take the letter names. So E, F, G, A, B, right? That B is the 5 notes away from the E, so we'll call that the 5th, right? We've traveled the distance of a 5th. And then what we're going to do to that B is we're going to add another one like in between right here. We're going to add a B flat to it. And that's kind of what's happening in Truckin' in that, at least that one section, that slide in. That's what he's doing there. He's adding the flat 5 to slide in. It's kind of cool later on as we kind of progress through things. You can slide into basically any note of the E minor pentatonic, and there's a theoretical reason as to why it all works, or classification. You can make anything work, and then come back later on and classify it as something. But they all get classifications basically. It's like what you're doing there. It's pretty neat. So anyway, so what we've done is we're adding a B flat or A sharp. They're both the same thing. We'll talk about that later on too. Next lesson we'll talk about that. So we're going to add an extra note in between that A, so E, F, G, A, right? A string, and then the B here. And we're going to put a note in between, same thing here. A, and then B here, we're going to put a note in between there, just like that, right? And so what we're going to do here is 0, 3, 0, 1, 2, 0, 2, 0, 2, 3. There's the other B flat / A sharp. B, 0, 3, 0, 3. I've written it out as a 3-note sequence right here. One more time. 0, 3, 0 on the 5th string. 1, 2, 0, 2 on the 4th string. 0, 2, 3 on the 3rd string. 0, 3 on the 2nd string, 0, 1. Or say 0, 0, 3 on the 1st string. And what we're going to do is return that to a 3-note sequence. Right, so that would be perfect for a jam material over top of Truckin'. So if you and a buddy are playing that, that figure right there, that would be perfect jam material that would go over top of that. So we'll do more of that next time. So like I said, we're going to take the E minor pentatonic, you add that extra note to it, and it becomes the blues scale. And this, you can apply this as we are in boxes across the fretboard. We're in the pentatonic scale in whatever key, A or whatever it happens to be in, and then we'll go in and insert the flat 5 note, and then you'll get yourself the blues scale. Cool, so work on that for me. And then point number 2 is Truckin'. I think the only section we're really missing at this point is the bridge. This is this is the part it's about 1 minute 50 seconds into the song, at least on my recording, on the studio recording, and this is the part like, oh, it's a long strange trip it's been kind of part. And the interesting thing about this is very kind of like off kilter, I guess, in terms of like symmetry. It's not very symmetrical. So what I've done here is I've written out how many times you do the strum pattern for each chord. Right, so the hard part necessarily isn't playing the chords themselves, but the hard part is switching, knowing when to switch with what they're doing. And the bass player is kind of doing some funky stuff in there too, so it kind of makes it even like a stranger kind of section. So what you're going to do here is you have an A chord, right? You can do down, down, up, right? That's the overall pattern for this. Down, down, up is the pattern of this part right here. 1, 2, and, or quarter, eighth, eighth. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8, and right? So this is that down, down, up. In the music, it's written in 12/8 and switches between 12 and 6/8. I find it easier to think about this way than thinking like where I am in the bar in 6/8 and 12/8. So this is much easier, I think, to think about. So you have A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now, why did I write that A twice there? It was all in your notes that came over the video. Now, why did I write that A twice there? Is because if you're doing a bunch of patterns of 1, 1, so you're doing G, 1, D, A, 1. I find it easier after something like that to, like if I have a long count afterwards, so I count all the ones together as like one group, and then I count the 2 because it's like a longer section. So I find it easier than counting 3 there, is counting 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. I found it easier to do it that way. So one more time, A, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. Ooh, jumped out at me. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back. I think it was in the that little bluesy riff that we talked about last time. I think it was back into that figure there. So the tricky part there is that quick D, that D, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it goes, this is kind of a weird jump from the D to the B to the F sharp right there. Cool, man. So work on that right there for me, and then what we'll do next time is we'll go through and make sure we have each section of it and then how many times each one changes. And then we'll try to put it all together and then show you kind of how to make it the jam song. And then it might be time to start thinking about maybe talking about our next project. I was thinking a bit of Neil Young. I was thinking Heart of Gold would be a fun one to play. So we'll work on that for me. Like I said, if you want to shoot a video of you playing through it, I don't mind looking at that. If not, I will see you the same time next time. Take care.